Thank you for joining us for this news roundup. We are committed to bringing you the latest, most timely and accurate reports from global hotspots. Please stay with us.
Event number 1. Israel kills Iran's Basij leader amid escalating regional tensions. Event number 2. Pakistani airstrikes hit a hospital in Kabul, killing at least 400 people. Event number 3. U.S. and Israeli airstrikes destroy the Space Research Center in Iran. Event number 4. IDF airstrike on Murabad Airport, destroying plane of high-ranking Iranian officials. Israel said on Tuesday that it had killed the leader of the Basij volunteer force of Iran's Revolutionary Guard, a key force used to suppress protests in the Islamic Republic. The Israeli military stated that the Basij force is an armed wing of Iran's terrorist regime during internal protests in Iran, particularly as demonstrations recently escalated. The Basij force, under Soleimani's command, spearheaded the main crackdowns, employing brutal violence, mass arrests, and force against civilian protesters. Iran did not immediately acknowledge the militia leader's death. The Israeli Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir, noted that the overnight missions resulted in key eliminations that could affect the broader campaign and military objectives. The Israeli military also said early Tuesday that it had begun a massive wave of airstrikes across Iran's capital and was intensifying its attacks on Iran-backed Hezbollah militants in Lebanon. Israel also reported 2 pre-dawn rocket attacks from Iran targeting Tel Aviv and other areas, and said Hezbollah had targeted northern Israel. Since the war began on February 28th, Israel has carried out targeted strikes against the Iranian leadership, killing 86-year-old Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and other military commanders. The killing of Soleimani is likely to further weaken the command and control system of the Basij, a force that plays a key role in quelling any uprising against the theocratic regime. To date, the Basij and other internal security forces have been targeted by both the U.S. and Israel. The U.S. Treasury Department lists Soleimani as being born in 1965. He had been sanctioned by the United States, the European Union, and other nations for his role in helping suppress dissidents for years through the Basij force. Meanwhile, Dubai, a major international transit hub, temporarily closed its airspace as the military said it was responding to missile and drone threats targeting the city, and a man was killed by debris from an intercepted missile over Abu Dhabi. Gulf Arab states are facing a new wave of missile and drone fire from Iran, as Tehran retaliates against the joint U.S.-Israeli campaign on its territory that began on February 28th. A deputy spokesman for the Afghan government said early Tuesday that the death toll from a Pakistani airstrike that hit a drug rehabilitation hospital in Afghanistan's capital, Kabul, has risen to 400. According to the Associated Press in a post on X, Hamdullah Fitrat said the Monday night attack destroyed large sections of the hospital. He said the death toll so far is 400, while another 250 were reported injured. Fitrat said rescue teams were working to control the fire at the building and search for victims' bodies. Pakistan had previously denied hitting the hospital, stating that the attack in Kabul and other strikes in eastern Afghanistan on Monday did not target any civilian sites. Videos circulating on social media purportedly show Iran's Space Research Center in Tehran destroyed and on fire, with thick smoke rising from the Hamadan Cyber Police building. According to the Associated Press, Sunday's attacks came as Iran reported that U.S. and Israeli bombing had damaged approximately 43,000 residential and commercial units. Iran has not yet provided any information on its military losses and damages. According to officials, the war has killed at least 300 people in Iran, at least 850 in Lebanon, and 12 in Israel. At least 13 U.S. service members have been killed, including 6 in a plane crash in Iraq last week. More than 800,000 people, nearly 1 in 7 residents of Lebanon, have been displaced. Fears of a global energy crisis persist, even as a few ships have passed through the Strait of Hormuz, the vital waterway that transports a fifth of the world's oil. The Israel Defense Forces, IDF, announced on Monday that the Israeli Air Force conducted a precision strike on Tehran's Murabad airport, successfully destroying an aircraft used by Iran's top leadership. According to the IDF, the operation took place overnight and specifically targeted the aircraft previously used by Ali Khamenei, as well as other senior Iranian officials, including President Masoud Pezeshkian and members of the country's military establishment. In its official statement, the IDF emphasized that the aircraft played a central role in Iran's strategic operations, It was reportedly used by Khamenei and key figures of the Iranian regime to facilitate military procurement and coordinate operations with allied nations, both regionally and internationally. The announcement described the aircraft as a key tool for transporting personnel and conducting flights in support of the leadership's military and strategic initiatives. The IDF asserted that the airstrike was part of an ongoing effort to disrupt Iran's military planning and logistical capabilities involving its aviation assets. By targeting this specific aircraft, the Israeli military said it aimed to undermine the senior Iranian leadership's ability to oversee military programs and maintain coordination with partner nations across the Middle East and beyond. As a result, another of the regime's strategic assets has been eliminated, the IDF said in its statement, stressing that it would continue its operations targeting Iran's military forces. Located in western Tehran, Mehrabad Airport is one of the city's oldest aviation hubs. Israel and the U.S. launched a joint operation codenamed Epic Fury against Iran on February 28th, targeting its military, senior officials, nuclear facilities, ballistic missile infrastructure, command posts, and security sites. Tehran has carried out multiple missile and drone attacks targeting Israel, U.S. military bases, and allied Gulf nations, causing civilian deaths and significant infrastructure damage in cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi. These attacks have also temporarily disrupted commercial air traffic. In addition, Iranian airstrikes have forced the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, a critical channel for global oil shipments, which has driven up energy prices and created widespread economic repercussions worldwide.